Hello, my name is Trevor. I'm just starting this channel. It's going to be a series of channels. Just why I'm starting this channel. The main reason is about a year ago, less than a year ago actually, I started what you'd call my spiritual awakening. So at the moment I'm on my path to becoming a psychic medium, and I just want to document it on here to hopefully help and also get advice from other people who've gone down the same route. Um, what happened to get me into it? Well, since I was younger, I've always known there was, I suppose, spirits, entities around. Like I'd be sitting in the bedroom at home and I'd be on my own, but I'd feel like someone was watching over me. Um, I would also just know things were about to happen, or I would have, I suppose, prophetic dreams, and I'd be able to tell some things that were going to happen. Not all the time, of course, but just every now and again. Or sometimes I'd wake up from the bed in the morning and I'd be like, oh, something's wrong, and then I'd get news later on that day that something had happened in the day. So, and then when my great uncle died, I had one of those feelings. I just woke up and said, oh, something's wrong, and I think he probably came to me in a dream. Actually, I never actually met him, but from the description and the, like from what family have said, and in the dream, I believe it was him. Yeah, so I just started I started doing a lot of research on the internet. I had a lot of the, I suppose, what you call them, ascension symptoms or some crap like that. Um, so I just started researching, reading online, looking at lots of YouTube videos. There's a lot of quacks on YouTube. You've probably noticed. They come across as being really enlightened, but they're just really like, they must be on some form of drugs or something like that, because no one's that airy fairy, and not something wrong with them. um, Let me see. I can also hear things like sometimes if I'm about to go to sleep, I'll hear voices or people whispering in my ear. It doesn't happen inside my head. I know that a lot of clairaudience, they say it happens inside your head. With me, I can actually hear it as if I'm hearing it in my ear. But then again, I could be hearing it in my head. No one else has said they've heard it, so it depends how you look at it. I've watched a lot of programs on TV, and one of the catalysts, and that's stupid, I was watching a lot of programs like Long Island Medium and this type of thing, and just things that were said in this show, like different experiences, kind of said, oh, that kind of resonates with me, and I started getting really into it. Then I started researching more, and then I was just, for some reason, I was drawn to get a Reiki session, or Reiki, whatever you say it. And after the Reiki session, things really started moving fast. I started becoming more aware of, I suppose, spirits around, even more so than when I was smaller. Um, I would be going to bed and I'd almost feel like they were on top of me or something. It was really like a space invasion, like I didn't like it. So I read about it online, and they said, if you don't want to see that at the moment, if you're not ready, talk to your spirit guide. So I just said, okay, spirit guides, if you're there, just, get them to back off for a while. I'm not ready just right yet to communicate with them. And so I did. So a couple of months went by, and I didn't do anything about it. I just kind of did a lot of research. And then a few months later, no, sorry, it was about a month after that, I went to see my first psychic medium. And she told me a lot of things. Before, I was kind of like on the fence with, can this really be true? But she did the tarot cards. She did a lot of readings. She said she brought forward someone from the other side as well. My granddad had just newly passed about 2 or 3 months at the time, and she told me a lot of really accurate stuff about him. So I knew she was the real deal. I think I must have been. The session's usually only for about 40 minutes or an hour, but I think I must have been talking for more or less 2.5 hours with her. She was telling me all about spiritualism and all this type of thing, so it was so interesting to me. And she just really kind of gave me advice, told me to, start up with the spiritualist churches. They'd point me in the right direction in terms of joining a circle and that type of thing. And I'm still in contact with this psychic medium today. Like she's a really good person, and get on quite well with her. So then the next step I did was I would go, when I went to one or two of these circles, you really have to find the right one, because some of them, you have to find a person you're either drawn to, or else someone that's going to work out for you, because some of them can be a bit too abrasive or harsh, or some of them can be really egotistical as well. Especially if there's other people in the group, they'll say, "Oh, you mightn't be as good as me yet, but don't worry, you'll get there." But they're really being patronising, and they're really kind of putting you down. So you have to be really careful of who you befriend in these circles as well, because some of them can be real like weirdos. Um, and then I did a psychic development course. I don't know if I benefited too much from that, because basically what happened was, we were given, on the first day, we were given a handout of all the exercises you can do. So, exercising on how to see the aura, and then just other ones. You can use the Zener cards. You can get apps on your phone and that type of thing for them. They'd be really good ones to use for developing psychic awareness, because there's like 5 of these symbols or something, and you have to guess what the next one is. So that would be a good thing to use, or just guessing, even rolling a dice and guessing what numbers are going to come up. So there was all of these exercises. Now the course was 8 weeks long. We met every week, but that was basically the things on the handouts that we got that day. That was what we used for. Oh, that was, sorry, not what we used. That was the only thing we kind of learned on the whole course. The rest of the course was just complete waffle. He was just talking about his experiences, and honestly, I felt like cheated out of a lot of money. But there you go. That's just an example of, you have to find the right person, trial and error. So, but at the end of the day, I did get to meet a lot of really nice people, and just being in the energy of a group of like-minded people, because there's not a lot of people in your social circle that you can probably talk about this stuff to. So yeah, you just have to really connect with the right people, I suppose, and build your own little circle of, I suppose, people that do this type of thing. What else did I do? Let me see. So then I did, I told you about the Reiki session. I actually went on and did a Reiki level 1 course as well. I felt like the psychic medium I went to before actually told me that I should work in some sort of healing capacity or something. So I went down the Reiki route. So Reiki, to me, I really like Reiki, but all the courses you have to do, like, you'll easily spend a fortune, doing up to your Reiki mastership. And all they have to do really is initiate you, but they throw in all these other courses like self-development and hitting with the angels, all some stuff that's probably not exactly necessary. To me, it's on par with a money-making scam. So watch out for that. Always go for not the cheapest one, but go to your Toronto, but also be on the lookout for the best price as well. Because once they are Reiki masters, they can initiate you to any level. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a big name when it can be someone that's just been attuned to Reiki mastership before. So just be on the lookout for that. Reiki is really good. Like, you learn all about the chakras, the energy centers, healing with the angels. It's really good to do self-healing on yourself as well. I probably don't do it as much as I probably could or should, but it's definitely something that if you're interested in this, that you should get into. I just got a tingling in my head, so I don't know if that's one of the spirits, giving me some sort of whatever. Let me see, what else did I do? Recently, in the last month or two, I started a tarot course, which I find really, really helpful. At first, I wasn't really drawn to learning the tarot. I always thought the pictures on the tarot cards were really harsh, but and then I was getting into angel cards. What I found with the angel cards, although they're really good, they don't give you an accurate insight into someone's what's going on in their life at the moment. Angel cards are more so for guidance. So I'm really getting into the tarot at the moment. I'll show you the deck. It's the usual Rider-Waite deck. I think that's the standard in the... Everyone used the house upside down, whatever. So they're really good. The other angel card ones I bought these ones as well. Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. These ones you can't actually read until you know how to read the Rider Waite, because they have different symbols on them. I wasn't aware of this when I bought them. I just thought they'd be the same kind of, thing like swords and stuff, just with better pictures. But they have different things like, the Four of Earth, the Four of the Fairies, this type of thing. They don't call them wands or pentacles or anything like that. So just to be aware that they are a really good deck, though. I'd recommend them. The first ones I ever bought was these ones. I really loved the Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy cards. These are really good for, getting inspiration or, just messages from the higher realms. Get the fucking thing open, wait. So they come with a little, I suppose, your booklet. All of them do anyway. And then inside the cards they look like this. So they're really eye appealing. So I'd recommend someone to get them if they're really getting into it. These other ones are just released, the James Van Praagh and Doreen Virtue. I don't know if you can see that's a reflection. What are they called? Talking to Heaven. So they'd be really good ones as well. They're mediumship cards. And they give you messages from your loved ones on the other side. So, yeah, they're really good ones. Also in the tarot class I'm doing a psychometry, like we do psychometry in it as well, which is really, really good. What way do they do it? Everyone writes down like a question in the box, and then the box gets shuffled and we pass it around. Someone gets someone else's piece of paper, and you have to hold it and you have to feel it for a few minutes and guess, not guess, rather use your intuition to work out what it says and what you feel, and if you get any pain, do you feel any emotion, this type of thing. So that's actually a good way. On Saturdays I also go to astral travel meditations. Not Saturday, sorry, Monday. So they do like healing with the fairy ring, and they get you to, open up your chakras. And you also do the astral travel or astral planing. Basically you just go into a deep meditation and you're brought around the planets in the solar system and this type of thing. And you just let your mind go and just let it bring you wherever you want to go. It's a really good one. There's other parts of this that I'm not really into, like I was given like a Wicca book of spells. I know Wicca's a kind of a religion in itself, but it's not something that I'm into. Like, they just seem like kind of, the spells in it, like, I don't know if they really work, or I haven't tried them. Well, there was one to get rid of warts I was kind of interested in. Since I've gotten into this, I have gotten a few more warts in my hands. Supposedly it's a sign, you get of spirituality, and you're supposed to be proud of it. I can't see anyone being proud of warts, though. But yeah, the whole Wicca thing, I don't know, it's just a bit like Virgin and black magic for me. So I'd be against things like seances, Ouija boards. I know people say if you protect yourself with a white lie, then that doesn't, then you're totally protected, but I don't believe that's true, because once you, for example, when you do the Ouija board, you're opening a gateway to the other side of lower astral entities. So they're not the ones from the angelic realms or people from the other side, they're the lower ones. So like the likes of your pedos, the rapists, all of these lower energies, and also non-earthbound entities. So whether you want to call them aliens or just negative entities, whatever, those are the type of things that are lurking around Ouija boards. They're waiting to come through the portal. And usually what happens is with Ouija boards, the people are asking the questions and they actually get a reply. If someone asks them to knock on the, whatever, or rap on the door, whatever, and they do that, they get scared and they'll fuck the board on the ground or they'll run away. What happens is then the portal is left open, so they haven't ended the session, and then this fucking entity is allowed access in here. And that's why so many homes are haunted from the use of Ouija boards. Like, I'm sure you've heard of it anyway. What else? Satanism. This is something I think is sugar-coated a bit, like, what's your man's name? Anton LaVey. Some people have kind of, they've kind of made it out to be, you know, something better than what it is. They try to say that it's all about, you know, self-indulgence and all this type of thing, and that it's not really worshipping Satan. But I think it's the opposite. I think a lot of people are into it and they don't know what they're getting into, really. It's something I'd really stay away from. I've heard of, you know, cults here in Ireland that are into Satanism, and they go to the top of, you know, some hill near the beach, and they would sacrifice a sheep's head and all this crazy crap. And like, there's a history of like a lot of them committing suicide because because Satanism, you're involved. Like, the power of intention is like you let into your life what you want. So if you're into positivity and stuff, that's what you're going to let in. If you're into Satanism, surprise, surprise, you're going to attract evil, you know, entities into your life. And what they do is they follow you around the same way a normal spirit would, except they don't have good intentions. They want you to try and do bad things. They're going to hang around your aura, and they're going to wreak havoc on your life. They're going to affect your family life, your love life, your, you know, life with your kids, that type of thing. So it's definitely something to stay away. Those are the people that end up either committing suicide or else ending up in a psychiatric ward. So just be careful of that. I don't judge, like, if someone's into it, like, they can do what they want, but I just wouldn't advise it. Spiritualism is something that I'm kind of getting into. I still consider myself a Christian, but I have adopted the, I suppose, values of spiritualism. So, like, the whole thing with spiritualism is you're accountable for your own actions. They believe in the other side, you know, karma, reincarnation. You put out into the universe rather what you get back. So it's something that really kind of appeals. It's not really like a religion, it's more a belief system. And that's what appeals to me. At first, like, when I started going to spiritualist churches, I was like, fuck, they're going to try and convert me. Or I thought it was some really weird, like, New Age religion. But it wasn't like that. Like, they don't push anything on you. Like, I mostly go to the spiritualist churches just to see the mediums up on platform, because eventually that's something I'd want to do as well, hopefully. So I'd advise anyone that's getting into this just to attend a spiritualist church. You're not, you know, you're not made join, or there's no initiation. You're not asked to leave your other religion behind or anything like that. I still believe in God. Like, a lot of spiritualists, they believe in, like, the life force or whatever. But I just think the image of God is just a nicer version to believe in. I'd also pray as well, just because it's a good form of protection as well. Getting protection before you do any of this work, I would advise psychically protecting yourself. What you can do is just imagine yourself in a bubble of white light, and just ask your spirit guides to keep out any negative or lower entities, and only allow the highest intention of pure white light and good into your space. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me see. I just want to actually show you one or two books I have. This one here is called, it's back to front, you can see. It's by Cassandra Easton, and it's called Becoming Clairvoyant. This book was pretty good. There's a lot of kind of hocus pocusy stuff in it, like that you wouldn't be into. I wouldn't be into too much, like, the scrying into, like, dark mirrors and that type of thing. But it's still pretty good read. What is the other one? It's by a girl called Julie Soskin, The Psychic's Handbook. It's more into this psycho. Okay, it's the Essential Guide to Psycho-Spiritual Energies. So it's more getting into kind of the theory behind the energies on the other side and why they're attracted to certain people, and it's more of a kind of a more intellectual read. I wasn't really into it that much, but yeah, it's okay. I'd prefer the other one, if I'm being completely honest. They also say I've tried as well the binaural beats. I don't know if it's made too much of a impact just yet, but it's something that you could do. They say, the both hemispheres of the brain have to kind of correspond with the other one, so you can reach your alpha state. That's the state that you can be in to connect with the other side. So if you want to get into this, do a lot of meditation. They say do it every day, but if you can't do it every day, 20 minutes 3 times a week. Anyone with kids like me knows that's really hard to do. So even if you can just, it sounds really silly, but sit on the toilet, put, just with your iPhone and just listen to your meditation music and lock the door. That's the only kind of solace most parents can get, like, to do the meditation, because otherwise you'd just be distracted. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, drop me a line, and I hope to hear from some people as well going through the same thing, and I hope to make more videos. Okay, see ya.